We have heard so many rumors, so many names are being thrown around when it comes to that vacant head coaching job at OU. Tonight, KOCO's Abigail Ogle talking with our colleagues across the country about what they are hearing. And Abby, one expert you talked to gave a 50% chance that a coach he covers will be the next OU coach.
Evan, all right, so these are some of the names we've seen recently. Luke Fickell, head coach at undefeated Cincinnati. Matt Rhule, currently in the NFL. Shane Beamer, a former OU guy, now head coach at South Carolina. And Brent Venables, who spent more than a decade calling the shots for the Sooners defense, now the same position at Clemson. I put these names to our experts in Cincinnati and Carolina. What are the odds? Starting with Luke Fickell.
He's really good with the players. He's got a personality, but when he sets his sight on a goal, look out.
What are the odds that you think Luke Fickell is the next head coach of the Sooners?
I would say it's less than 50-50 from where I sit, if not below that. Now, I could be wrong. I could look like a fool, but I think he's so comfortable here. He's got it kind of made in Cincinnati for a lot of reasons. He's got 6 kids. They're all going, to Catholic schools here in Cincinnati. One of his kids is with him now at UC, an offensive lineman, Landon.
WLWT sports anchor George Vogel also pointed out it kind of depends on how long OU wants to wait to name a coach. He said Fickell would never leave his team before the season ended.
Luke Fickell would never do that. He would never entertain the thought because he would feel like he demands a lot of his players and their attention and their focus, and he feels like he needs to do the same for them.
Giving us less than likely odds for Luke Fickell, but certainly not zero.
Sometimes you think maybe he's one of a kind and too good to be true.
Next up, we talked to the sports director at WYFF in South Carolina.
These are all guys you cover. So Shane Beamer, Matt Rhule, Joe Brady, Brent Venables. The most likely to come to Norman is?
Brent Venables. I do not see Shane Beamer leaving South Carolina. I don't see Matt Rhule leaving the Carolina Panthers yet. I think he really wants to try and make it work in the NFL.
So what are the odds, in his opinion, Venables goes for the OU job?
I do think it's like a 50-50, 55-45. My sense is from reading the insider reports that there will be a conversation with Venables in Oklahoma at some point this weekend. Oklahoma's a place he knows well. Norman's a place he knows well. And like I said, I think if he was ever going to take a head coaching job, this would be the one.
All right, there you have it. And just for the record, I did ask him, what about the head coach there at Clemson, Dabo Swinney? He kind of scoffed at that and laughed and said he doesn't think that is going to happen. But at this point, guys, who knows? It could be me, the head coach. Back to you.